Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Oh my goodness, we are in December, which means we need to do a what in the heck did I get accomplished in November? Holy cow, it was a lot. It was a lot. I am looking at this stack that I have stacked up right next to me, right off camera, and I am absolutely amazed. 21 projects were completed in November. 21. And they're not all like really little tiny. I didn't just make 21 Christmas ornaments, which would be a pretty amazing thing anyway. I'm not dissing that at all. 21 of anything in a month is amazing. But I got 21 things, and some of them are pretty big. I mean, they're like projects, you know, that type of thing. I'm thrilled. I am absolutely thrilled. So we're going to go through that. And at the end, we're going to see what's in this day 4, of my Tangled Poet Advent Calendar. So far, days 1, 2, and 3 are a gorgeous, perfect, beautiful, stunning fade of purples. And I like my purples. My husband loves me in purple. Therefore, I very much love purple too, because I like to make him happy. So we're going to see what's in this one. I'm excited. I have not peeked. I've not peeked on any of them at all, so I get to find out when you get to find out. Oh, how cool. So that'll be at the end. How fun. And I just went through it, and I just wanted to say right now, because my biggest fan ever watches every one of my videos, and that is my husband, and he is absolutely amazing. And today, December the 4th, is his birthday, and as an extra special added bonus, it's also our oldest granddaughter's birthday. She's 9 today. I mean, how excited. It's amazing. So if you've been watching a little bit, you know my husband, he's such a wonderful man. I am so truly blessed. He pushed me to finish working on take it out of time out, my granddaughter's sweater. I don't know what month I started this. If you've been watching for a while, maybe you can embarrass me and put it down below. You know, how many months did it take me to do this? So I'm going to go ahead and show that thing first because it is amazing. So those that were interested and wanted to recreate this, I started off using the numbers from the Wonderful Wallaby pattern. And that is all I used from the Wonderful Wallaby pattern. I didn't put on the pouch. As you can see, no pouch. I did all over color work. Look at that. In my year of first, all over color work. So happy. I've used the Wonderful Wallaby pattern multiple times, and it's a great template. It is a fantastic template to do whatever, look at that hood, to do whatever you want to do. Make it your own. I did not put any buttons or buttonholes on the neck opening. Didn't want them. The kids don't use them. I know that from making them for them previously. So why add them? It made it much easier. I didn't have that excuse of, well, it's not finished because I can't find a button. Nope. No problem. No buttons, no buttonholes. So got this, was able to try it on her while I was still working on the hood. So it does still fit, which is, you know, a concern when you're making something for a child and you don't finish it in a timely manner. I mean, that's a reality. So it is winter. Today is her birthday. As soon as we see her, guess what she's getting? She's getting her sweater from Nana. And she'll be really thrilled because she's asked about it multiple times. You know, my husband swears he did not prod her. I don't know if I 100% believe him because he'd giggle every time she asked me where her sweater was and why it wasn't done as I picked up all the other projects that I was working on. So I blame him, but he swears he didn't prompt her. Maybe. Anyway, that is finally done. This yarn I used is a discontinued maybe yarn from Joann Fabric. This is Joann Fabric's Big Twist Party. It is one of their house brands. They have done special runs of it 2 years, and I collected yarn colors because of course they updated colors and everything. Yeah. And I collected yarn from it for 2 years. I truly was not going to get any in the second run because I had plenty from the first run. I had already made 2 sweaters for the grandkids with the first run, and I have plenty more to make a sweater for myself. I've got a sweater for my sister on the needles right now out of the party, the big twist party. So I wasn't going to buy any more, but then they had these colors. Look at that green. So the green is called Bubble Tea, and this pink is Raspberry Jam. And I don't know how many skeins I put into this because I wasn't paying attention. I'm just happy I got it done and the ball bands got tossed. So I'm not really sure, but it's done. It's perfect. And there you go. So that is the first project. These, or they're not in any particular order. So playing around with my Premier Colors DK, because I had a huge box. Premier had a massive sale, and it got me when they put this on sale for $2 a skein, which I don't know why it got me because I already had 6 skeins, 6 cakes in my stash that I had never used. Okay, I bought a metric ton of this stuff. I put it in order. The majority of it was Premier DK colors, and I got 49 skeins of yarn, right? So I got a lot more of this in a lot of different colors, and I got like 6 skeins per color. Yeah, crazy, considering I'd never used the yarn. So while I was waiting for this to come in, I worked on 2 projects. Oh, this is 383 yards. It's a number 3 DK weight yarn, 140 grams. This is machine wash, tumble dry, normal. There you go. Where's it made? It's Okotex standards. It's probably made in Turkey. Yep, made in Turkey. There you go. So, I mean, I took a chance on it. I mean, it's Premier Yarns. Premier Yarns is good yarn, right? We know that. If you used it before, you know that. So I thought, well, I should probably start working with it, try it out. And I'm trying to make a bunch of guys' hats. Well, I failed with this because it's that yarn. I'm like, oh, it'll be a good guy hat. But then I put all the lace and stuff in it. I've been told this could still be unisex, so it just depends on the individual. Don't know. Preferences are preferences. This is the Coral Reef pattern. I'm not sure if it's a free pattern, or I'll link it down below. I got it off of Ravelry. I don't know if it's a free pattern, if I got it while it was free, you know how some designers will do a promotion, or it's a paid for pattern. It was in my library. I'm not really sure, but I will link it. So here is my first hat. And look how cute that is. I'm gonna mess up my hair. I'm gonna mess it all up during this video. But you know, look at that. That's how I like to wear my hats. I know it's a little weird, but that's how I like to wear them. Not, you know, like normal people, right? You know, normal people wear a hat like this. I don't do that. I'm not normal. That's not how I wear my hat. I like it on the back. This to me is weird, but whatever. So there we go with my Premier DK colors. And then the other one that I did, oh, I gotta reach because, you know, got a bunch of them. This is a crocheted top-down jacket. I do need buttons for it, maybe. This is just the cutest little thing. And this is free. This is a free pattern. Cutest little garment ever. So I was able to get this and that with just over 2 cakes of yarn. I needed that second cake of yarn to do the sleeves. This is where I changed the yarns right here for both sleeves. So I got the hat and the vest, because that's what it was, the vest with 1 cake. Not bad, right? Especially when I just got a bunch of those at $2 a cake. I went a little nuts. I went a lot nuts. So here's this one. It is adorable. Free pattern crochet, works up really fast. It really does. I do have my buttonholes in there, you know, which if I find buttons, I'll put it in there. Otherwise, I'll just leave it. It's okay. It's really fun. Really, really adorable. We are expecting grandbaby number 6 in May. Yeah, so really excited about that. So, and the other thing of really excited, so that one's a free one. This is also a free pattern, and I still have to deal with my ends. And this one I do need to, or I would like to get buttons, snaps, some side of a closure, some form of a closure. This pattern is called Tristan, and it is the newborn size. The newborn size is free, and I'll link that for you. I got all the ends. And look at this. So this opens like that, which is fantastic for new mommies with babies and easier for getting them dressed. So for closures, there were snaps that were put down here. There was that snap tape, which I've never used. That's an option. There were some people that just sewed some ties, did some ties and everything, and just did that. So there's lots of different options for closing it. I just need to go to Hobby Lobby or something along that line and see what they have available, and there you go. I did make one of these for the older brother when he was first born in green, and lovely. And I didn't end up putting the snaps on it and everything. I'm not sure how much mommy got a chance to put the baby in it because babies grow fast, and this is the 0 to 3 month size. If you want a larger size of that, you like that pattern, you think it's absolutely amazing, but your baby's a little bit bigger, or you procrastinate a little and you don't want to make a newborn size because, you know, by the time you get it done, the baby's going to be past that. There are larger sizes for that pattern, but those are paid for. So it is an option, but you know, you have that. That's an option. How exciting. Oh my goodness. You know, we're expecting baby number 6. So much fun. Another one that I had fun with, this was a pattern bought by Ambah O'Brien, and it is one of the hearts patterns. She's got a collection that are heart themed, and she had this where she had a select group of patterns within her pattern store and gave a pattern code, pick a pattern, free until 17 November. Obviously that's over now, but this is what I got. I got the cowl and the hat set pattern. I only made the hat. Look at that. Oh my gosh. This is stunning. I love it. I really do. So I haven't blocked it. I don't think I will block it. I'm going to leave it just like that. Can you see the hearts? Oh, they're so pretty. I absolutely love that. And what I like about this one the most, this is something I made in a previous month, but I have the socks, so it has to be a match set. And what I do is I give socks away to my family every year for Christmas. So whichever, because this is going to end up going to one of the girls, whichever girl picks this pair of socks, she's going to have a matching hat because they just can't be separated. They're just too cool together. That's just my opinion. So I love this. I mean, it's nice to add some flair to different things, not just always stockinette, which is easy, right? And if I remember correctly, I was sick a lot in November, and I didn't want to work on my main projects because I didn't want to mess them up. So what did I do? I grabbed this, which is crazy because this is a complicated pattern, right? That's a lace. It wasn't hard, but it's a lace pattern, you know, with a cool design. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. And this is what I worked on to, you know, while I was not feeling well, that I didn't want to mess up my main projects. Yeah, I know it doesn't make sense. It's just how the brain works. It doesn't make sense. So there we go. So much fun. And while I was having fun doing that, the lace and everything, the one I think I did previous to that was some color work. And it is really quite appropriate for this time of year. It's my pretty Christmas hat. Look at that. This is made from the Big Twist Twinkle. It's a worsted weight yarn, 100% acrylic, easy care. I've got the sparkle blue, as you get it really close, you can see, and that silver, that is silver, and it also sparkles. I know the pattern would have been great with white. I had both sparkles and just had to do it. And I like the fact that it starts off with, if I would have done white, it would be start off with white or silver. It starts off with your contrast color and then going into the ribbing of that background color. And I had this in stash. I had it, it's actually in this bin right here, right behind there, but they're so dark you can't see them, right behind all the stuffed critters. And I love it. I think it is so nice, so soft, so squishy, and really having fun with that color work. And there you go. You can see the floats that I have on there. So it's plenty stretchable, not an issue with that. There you go. Another hat. A lot of hats done this month. I really, really did. Oh, let's see. So I made this one. This one is called the Laurel Hat. And I got the yarn from this from one of my Aberdeen Wools mystery boxes. And I'm telling you, they have the absolute best mystery boxes. It's just my opinion. It's yarn I would use anyway. It's a lot of the yarn I got from their mystery boxes is stuff that I've purchased at full price. And their mystery box are like $19 for that with no sales. That's just full price, $19. And there's like 4 to 6 skeins of yarn in there. And a lot of those yarns are $10+ a skein. So you're definitely getting your money value. Now, if you've watched some of my previous videos, please feel free to, and it's not yarn that you would use, then of course it's not a good deal for you. But it's definitely stuff that I would use. It's a higher end yarn. I've used it before. A lot of Barocco yarns. I like my Barocco yarns, which I don't remember the name of this, but this is a Barocco yarn. It's a cotton blend. And this has that nice lace pattern to it. Really nice. Not everything, I know, that's how I wear my hats there. See, I pulled it down more. But not everything has to be the wool. I love wool yarns, but not everything has to be the wool. Some of it can be the cotton, the acrylic blends and everything. Beautiful, just gorgeous. Lots and lots of fun. So I also got to play around with some more of the Big Twist yarn. If you didn't notice, Big Twist from Joann is my favorite just value acrylic yarn. It really is. Its price point is fantastic. Just about anybody that wants to knit or crochet can get yarn. I mean, if you've got a Joann near you or you can have it shipped to you, etc., right? I know I have people who are not in the United States and Joann is not an option. But if it is an option, just about anybody can find something. They have sales and coupons in their price range, and you can make lovely, beautiful things. I am not affiliated. I am not trying to get you to buy anything. This is just my experience, and that's why you see so many things with the Joann yarn, because, well, I like it, I use it, I buy it. This is the Joann Big Twist Value. It was called the Cherry Mix, and this is just a simple beanie. I cast on 88 stitches and did some ribbing, did a bunch of stockinette, and then started decreasing and decreased 8 stitches every other round. That's it. So that is what this one is. That is the Cherry Mix Knit Hat. And I like the way that the colors work in. And I also made a crochet hat. So I pretty much used my full skein of yarn. And these, here's a purple one. These had 269 yards. They were 121 grams. Big Twist for their value yarn, like a lot of companies. I'm not a fan, but whatever. For their variegated yarns, their multicolored yarns, they are smaller skeins. They're the same price as their solid colored yarns. I know, I'm just whining. But they are very affordable. Full price, they're $4.49 a skein. A lot of times I get mine at a lot more of a discount. I wait till they have sales. I stack on coupons. And a new one that they've started adding is, if you have that option to buy at home or buy online, pick up in the store, they'll give you a 20% coupon, you know, put it in your little cart and everything and see how that works. And then if you get 10 or more, they'll also mark it down like another 4 or 5%. So my last purchase, I got 10 of this size yarn, you know, colors. I got Christmas yarns and stuff. And I ended up spending like $2.25, $2.30 a skein. Yes. Right. So yeah, just play around. You can do it. So here is my crocheted one with the same yarn. And that's just some differences between crochet and knit and how things work up. But then the other thing too is when I was first working with this, I made it huge. Oh my gosh, this is just my own, you know, lot of front post stitches. And when I had 72 stitches around there and I started doing like a star shape with the front post and the regular double crochets, it was all in this bright red and it was stunning. So it just depends on how many stitches you're putting towards your per round, what pattern. Somebody suggested that this would be stunning with shell stitches. And I don't have any more of the red to find out. I've got some of the other colors. I might have to try that because I think that would be absolutely gorgeous. So there is that hat. And, oh, you want to see one of them that I tried? So Crystal from Bag A Day Crochet, she is amazing. She's got like 1,400 tutorials out there. And she had a golf hat that had just popped up on my feed. She had just released it, and I showed it to hubby. He's like, oh, that's cool. So I'm like, okay, well, I went and grabbed some beige yarn, worsted weight yarn, and the eye crochet hook that she was using, and immediately made said hat. And immediately made said hat, because I wasn't carrying my gauge, really, really big. So it's a big floppy, it's funny. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it is funny. So I tried this on, I tried. And my husband was laughing. He's like, for one thing, woman, you don't know how to wear it. It's supposed to be here and kind of like flattened down. He's like, you don't know how to wear it. It looks like a floppy chef's hat to me. It's me, it's not her, just by the way. You know, because some things, they just work out better than others and whatever. So he's like, honey, it would be great. He's like, you don't know how to wear it, for one thing. It would be great if it wasn't so big and floppy. So I went ahead, I tried it again. So here's my smaller one. It's me. I spent a day playing. It is totally me. And, you know, for one thing, you don't wear it like this. You don't, and this is, we've already discussed how I like to wear my hat. So I put it on and I'm like that. And he's like, oh, sweetie, don't, no, that's, you didn't do it right. And I'm like, what? And I'm over here and I'm not in the mirror and I'm like this and I'm you know, I'm going like this. And he's like, sweetie, give it to me. You don't know what you're doing. Give it to me. So this one is better, but I still have issues because the way I wear my hats, this does not feel right. It does not look right, but it's funny. And you know, it's not bad to just laugh and make fun of yourself once in a while. So I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I don't know if anyone was interested in those, but I had fun. Right? I made two. I had fun. I was playing with it. Again, it's not her. It's totally me. Her hat looked absolutely amazing. Mine, not as much. But that's all right, right? I mean, that's just, it's okay. So that was hilarious. That's fine. It's fine. So another hat that I worked on is, I did this one. This is one of the, like a Zauber ball yarn. This is the yarn that comes pre-wound in the little ball and it has multiple colors in it. It's called Edition 3 and it's a fingering weight, and this is 50 grams. I used all of the ball, and look at that texture. This goes really well with what I have on. This is gorgeous. I mean, blues, green, all the pretty colors on that. Just a little texture, nubbling, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, semi-basket weave. Yeah, there's a semi-basket weave in there. So hubby liked the last one I made and was claiming it, but I left it at the yarn store and they're going to sell it or whatever. You know, it's just one of them that's on display. And I got the same color and I made him another one. He doesn't really want the hat. He claims a lot of the hats. He doesn't want it. He's not going to wear it. He doesn't need it, but he claimed it. I'm going to give it away. He doesn't really want it. So this one's, I did good, right? It's a unisex one, right? You see, this is why I wear the hats from the back, but it's nice. It's unisex. It fits well. All right, there you go. Perfect. So got that one done. And I started doing color work hats. I am in love with all the color work lately. It is just firing my brain. So the first one that I did from my handy dandy Alice Starmore Chartered Color Knitting's book, this one I'm in love with. I think is fantastic. There are so many books out there right now that are charts. I mean, really, it's all it is a chart. Like the doodle books, they've got those are fantastic. And it's just graphs and charts to get you into doing color work, to think outside the box. There's nothing that says you can't take your own graph paper and draw. You do that, right? You can go online. You can find all sorts of inspiration. This is a book that's normally $29.95, and I got it for under $17. And yeah, all the dots in the book, because it's just charts. That's all this thing is just charts, right? All the dots, there's no patterns, are that bold. As you can tell, that bold, that bright. So if you do want to Xerox it, or like I do, take a picture with your iPad so then you can not have the book bent open all the time, doing that, you can expand it, you can make it bigger, but I mean, it's visible there. It's fantastic for that, and it's just easier to use. So the first pattern I played with was this one. I love it. And there's another designer on Ravelry. She took this exact pattern right here and made a sweater, a for sale sweater, and it is stunning. When I saw it, I'm like, my jaw dropped. I'm like, that is gorgeous. And then I remembered, wait, I have that stitch. So then I had to make a hat. I just had to. It was the rules. It was the rules. It was a thing. So totally thrilled with this. This is fingering weight yarn. Probably on 3s or 4s. Don't really remember. And here is the back side. So two different yarns. This is the, do I have it? I don't have the ball band for it. But both of them are fingering weight. The white is fingering weight. And then this color one is, where did it go? This one right here. It is this Millefiori Light. It's my first time using it. It actually is my first time using both of these yarns. I got it planned on mixing the two together. I like this yarn so much. Look, it's a Barocco yarn, like I was saying that you can get in some of those mystery bags from Aberdeen Wool. I did not get this one from a mystery bag. So I like this yarn, the colors so much. I have 3 balls, and you're like, well, that's nothing fancy. Look at all the yarn you have. No, I bought the 3 balls at 3 different time periods, 3 different occasions. They're all different, but they're all saturated like this, with the idea of doing some form of hat or mittens or scarf color work. Finally got around to it. Yes. I like it when I finally get around to certain things. You know, they're in your brain and you just want to tick them off on occasion, right? And it's like, I did that. And what a sense of accomplishment. So there's a lot of yardage on this. Okay, so this is a 50% wool, 50% acrylic. Sorry for all of the people who are allergic to wool. And do I have yardage on here? This is 100 grams, 350 yards. They say it's a sport weight. I mix them. Perfect. Not an issue. And the white was a fingering weight with 400 and some odd yards for the 100 grams. So I barely touched either one of the balls. I really did. Here's what I have left of the white. And it came in a cake. That's how it was came in. So it's going to go a ways. I've got a lot more yarn. That didn't take much yarn at all. Loving that. So playing with the book some more, there's another stitch pattern. So I made more than one of those, but the other one was last month. So there's another stitch pattern in there that I fell in love with. Look at this. Just love that. This is the Knit Picks Brava Sport yarn. Another yarn I bought and just didn't use. Just put it on my shelf. Why? Well, I know I'm not the only one that does that. And, you know, I got it on a great sale. It was on one of the Black Friday sales, not this year, but that's what I mean. I got it a few years ago, a couple years at least, and just put it on my shelf and haven't touched it. So this is my first time using it. How thrilling. And I got it to use it for color work. I wanted to do fun things with it. So being able to do that is fantastic. So the pattern, right, is from here to here. That is what was in the Alice Starmore book. Same thing, right? So I'm using my stuff. How exciting when you use your things, not just collect it, not just buy it and shove it in a corner. I'm actually using stuff. Wow, right? So this is the repeat, and I did my own little whatevers to get up to where I could, you know, start to do the repeat again right there. And then decreased however I thought looked pleasing at the time, right? I mean, could I have done better? Maybe, but I think it's pleasing. So that works out really well. So this is that Brava Sport, having fun. And because I was having so much fun with that, I made 2 of them. And they are slightly different. Both of them are different. So this one, I have the corrugated ribbing. So that is one, I'm knitting right there, and then I purl. So knit with the pink yarn and then, or maroon, whatever. Knit with that yarn and then purling with the gray yarn and continue that all the way around. So that gives those beautiful stripes. And then I also did a purl around there to separate it. I didn't do that on this one, right? Because the bottom has this, because I cast on and everything, and then Then I added the color work, so, you know, it sticks out. So I wanted to kind of match it. So that was my idea for there. And this is that same pattern. And then I did some different stuff right here to get to that second pattern repeat. And you can see the differences, and look at that. So I did different on the crown. I like this crown better right here than I do this one, but they're both stunning. I mean, they're both absolutely stunning, and just playing with the color work. And this is the fun thing too of, I started both of them with that same base pattern, but look at them, they're different. They're definitely different hats, and it's just thrilling. So playing with my color work. And so that's from the Alice Starmore book. Those are just stitches that are in there. There's no hat patterns or designs. It's just, hey, here's a graph, go play. And I've said this before, graphs do not care if you knit, you crochet, you weave, you paint by numbers. They don't care. So wherever you get your graph, it can be count and cross stitch. You got a graph, count and cross stitch, you got some old magazines or whatever, you can knit with that or crochet with that. You don't have to do count and cross stitch. So you find some beautiful designs. Beautiful designs are beautiful designs. You go with it. So I was playing with that Brava Sport, and there's another pattern online. This is the Woonan pattern, and it is a free pattern. And on that one, they used fingering weight yarn, I believe, or something along, a lot more stitches, a lot smaller yarn than what I used. I've got the Brava Sport again, and I just used that right here. You can see from here to here, and it's 10 stitches, 20 stitches, I don't know. But I just used that piece right there and repeated it all the way around that the pattern had. And I just didn't cast on as many. I think it had like 144 stitches. This is not 144 because I had a bigger gauge, bigger yarn, and bigger needles, and I wasn't using size 2s and size 3s, but I still got the design. And I did my own ribbing. So on this one, every other row, I added that darker color, and you know, so I'm getting those dots with that, and just having fun. Seeing, I'm curious on what the yarn's going to do. So that's what I did. And I like this line right here, breaking that up. I think that's really a lot of fun. So the chart for this, there is a pattern. I'll link that down below. I used it as a guide. I used the stitches, okay? I used the stitches, kind of like I use this, right? Same thing here, but feel free. It is a free pattern and everything. It's a chart. Go grab charts from any pattern that you can find that's free, that you have access to, that you already own, and have fun. Just put little pieces of color work in. Just doing this row right here, you know, doing a solid row, and then this is 3 stitches of the main color, 3 stitches of your contrast, 3 main, contrast, main, you know, whatever. Doing that will give you practice of trying color work and see how much you like it and playing with the gauge, and not on a big scale. So you can do stuff like this and have success. And isn't that what it's about? Because when we have success on something, we're more likely to continue doing it. So that is, oh, that's the larger hat. So when I made this one, my husband's like, ooh, I like that, but he likes a beanie that's just like, he wears it like this, and to him, that's too much fabric. You know, he's not going to wear it slouched or anything, and that's too much fabric for him. So he wanted me to make him one. I'm like, honey, it's acrylic yarn, and you're a yarn snob. My hubby's a yarn snob. He is. He knows the yarns. He's a yarn snob. But he's like, no, I want it. I like it. All right, so I made him a beanie. So this is similar design, that same stuff here, but I don't have as much on the gray at the top for that crown, right? So everything else is similar. So this is a shorter beanie, so he can just wear it like this. But again, you know, so it's not, as he calls it, floofy. So it's not as big as far as that's concerned, but he's not gonna wear it. He's not gonna wear the wool one that I made. He's got a lot of hats. He has a lot of hats. He's not deprived, okay? He is not deprived at all. So, but I made it anyway. And what I'm going to do most likely is take this one as my collection of things, take it to work. I don't know what day I'm going to end up taking things in because I don't know when everyone's going to be there, right? And give give some hats away for people who might be interested in them that I work with as just a gift of a creativity, something that I made. So I'll end up doing that and taking this one in too, because again, he's not gonna wear it. He just claims them, you know, like a 2-year-old child, but that's okay. Okay, I told you I was gonna mess up my hair. Stop playing with it. All right. And then, so I had those as the 3-color, and I was really curious to see just kind of doing part of that design and just doing the 2-color, you know, for some people are more conservative than others, and just the 2 colors of gray, the light gray and the dark gray, and putting those together. And that's that same, here we go. That's that same design. So I've got the darker of the arrows, whereas here I had the lighter. It looks a lot different, doesn't it? That's what color does. Play with your colors. It makes a huge difference. But that's it. That is the same exact design sequence. So really having a blast. I don't even know how many hats I did this month. That is crazy. But 21 projects. 21. You're like, you haven't gone through 21 yet. You're right. I haven't. I have more. So this one, I'm going to get the name of that. This is the Stately Windows Beanie. I have been having a blast with this. Oh my goodness. This is here. This is the Malabrigo Arroyo. 2 skeins, solid black, and then this one is called Secrets. And there's 335 yards in that. It is a sport/DK weight yarn, 100% superwash merino. So this one right here, you've got the outlines of everything in black. The only place you're carrying 2 strands is right here. Let me turn this inside out so you can see. Is right here, and that is on the brim. That's it. So this is a corrugated rib also. So it's another thing that I get to learn, a new way of doing corrugated rib, a new technique. So, yeah, so you know, we're always learning, which is really a lot of fun. So this one right here is one that I did that is the corrugated rib. And you see I changed colors. I changed colors. I knit with one color, purled with the other, knit, purl, right? I change colors every stitch. Well, this one, if you look at it, it looks like 2 stitches. It looks like 2 knits, 2 knits, 2 knits, 2 knits, right? It's not. So on this, I love the technique. Oh my goodness. I'm going to use this on other hats. There's no doubt about it. So in the colored section, it's knit, purl, knit with the color, then knit, purl, knit with the black. And you continue that all the way around. So what you're not seeing, see when you stretch it, you can see that purl stitch right here. So you're not seeing, you know, because it just sinks down in between. So it looks like just 2 knits. And what it does, and it really does, it gives a better stretch. Hello, mind blown. Mind blown. I would have never thought of that. I've not done that. I've done the corrugated ribbing before. And they're right. It's not, you know, it's not the same stretch, right? So that looks like it's the same, you know how, here we go. This hat is more in on the ribbing, right? And some of the other ones, here we go. The lace, you can really tell. So it's just more scrunched in. It's tighter, even if it's not a smaller needle. So you've got that going on. But on this, it allows that to scrunch in a little more and give more stretch. So totally thrilled. New technique. I got that 2 skeins of yarn and loved this so much. I had to make a second. Oh my gosh, I had to make a second. So here we go. The 2 of them, the Stately Windows Beanie, and this is a paid for pattern. I've had it in my Ravelry library since April of 2023, and scrolling through with looking for the colors, this one hit me. Oh my gosh, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I have to make it. And I went looking through Yarn Store, and I'm like, I have to find yarns that are semi-similar. I think I really nailed it with those. Well, I still had more yarn left, and decided I wanted to do it with the reverse colors. So here's the reverse. So instead of the black outline, I've got the colored outline. And I had somebody comment, it's like, it looks like it's inside out. Kind of. And I'm curious, if I would have just shown this to begin with, and we never made this and everything, I love this one. Oh my gosh, I love this. But if I never made this and I never showed this one, would we think this looked inside out, or would we think that looked cool? I don't know. I mean, I love it. I think they're both fantastic, and they're both gorgeous in their own different ways. And I believe they're both unisex. So lots of fun with that. Thrilled. And I have enough to make another one. This, I should be able to make one more hat with the inside out look, right? The inside out look. One more of them with this. And I'm thrilled. I will, and I'm going to do that too. I will cast that on and I will do that, and it will be in my pile of giveaway hats. I personally think this is stunning. I think this is unique. Again, I love my wools, and this is a superwash wool. It feels great for being here in Colorado. Wool is nice if you can wear it, right? Because, well, you know, we get cold. You know, it gets cold. So, loving this. Believe that's, oh my gosh. It just, those thrill me. Yeah, the colors are definitely my colors. Anyway, this to me looks like autumn threw up. Yeah, I like my autumn colors, you know, so that is just stunning and gorgeous. And outlined in black. I mean, who knew Malabrigo had black yarn? Right? I mean, I'm used to seeing all the colors and the gorgeousness. And if you didn't know, Malabrigo and Blue Sky, same company now. So you can get Blue Sky stuff, kind of a thing, with Malabrigo dye jobs. Oh my gosh, stunning. Yeah, so 21 projects for the month of November. And no socks, no feet projects. I didn't do any socks. I have 8 pair of socks completed. I've got the 9th on the needles. They're not done. It's okay. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Oh, should we do the advent calendar? We should do the advent calendar, shouldn't we? Yes, we should. So this is day 4, Tangled Poets advent calendar. These are 30-gram hanks, which is extremely generous for an advent calendar because, you know, they're an investment, and I am really happy with everything that I have gotten so far. I like the presentation, the colors. I've got 3 different types of purple so far, and we will see what is in here, you know, because it's a fade, right? So I've got 3 fades of purple. And what is this? Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, wow. That is gorgeous. Do you see that dark in there? And this like fiery purple? Oh my gosh. Look at this. Okay, so here's day 1, day 2, day 3. Holy cow. What do you think? Are we getting into blues now? I mean, is that our transition color? That is, can you imagine a full skein of that? I mean, that is stunning. But again, these are 30 grams, give or take. I think some of them, like this one was heavy, right? Some of them are a little heavy. Some of them are a little light. It's okay, right? You know, and I'm not talking about like a lot, just like a gram or whatever. But that is gorgeous. I mean, 30 grams is a good chunk of yarn to work with, to make some things. You know, if I wanted to, I commented before, if I wanted to, talking about socks, do a fade on a pair of socks, that right there. Because most of my socks are 65 grams and up is what I do. And it depends on who I'm making them for. For my son, probably wouldn't do it in purple. That's not true. He actually would like purple. But him and his wife, that's purple is their color. But with this, you know, that would be enough to really, you know, with that 90 grams, I could do that. And most pairs of socks I can get with 90 grams. His, it's pushing. I do difference with heels, toes, and cuff. But look at that. I didn't expect that. Because again, I haven't peaked. I am not peaking. I want to know when everybody else knows. I want to find out when everybody else finds out. I'm enjoying the surprise. So there you have it. So you're not getting any sneak peeks from me. Let's put it that way. So there you go. What do you think? That is just gorgeous. I mean, wow. Maybe we're getting into the royal blues. Do you think it's going to go like the bright blues like that next? And then this? I'm not sure. I don't know. This is cool. Yeah, I am thrilled. And there are a ton of advent calendars. And if you watch different content creators, there are some that, you know, will open up 3, 4, 5 different ones that they've purchased. This is my first time ever purchasing one. And I'm not going to lie. I've seen some other people's, and it's pretty yarn. there's no doubt, right? This hand-dyed gorgeousness, it is really pretty, but not necessarily me. Does that make any sense? And that's not taking anything away, because hello, we all love different things. We know the colors that I love. I'm like, I'm over here going, I love this stuff. And other people are like, yeah, that's crazy, lady. That's a bit much, right? But this, with the purples, you know, I'm on day 4 and I'm in love, right? I am absolutely in love. So I think I picked the right calendar, which was just by happenstance and luck, because I'd not seen any of them that they've been doing it for a while, but I didn't follow them before, and I don't, or if I did, I didn't really remember. Does that make sense? You know, what their other advents looked like in previous years. So this was, again, happenstance, chance, and I'm thrilled. I am absolutely thrilled for everything in it. The presentation, these cute little bags, which got to figure out what to do with these, and just the gorgeousness of the yarns. And we're only on day 4. It's only day 4. I got 24 of these, 24 of these 30-gram hanks and one 100-gram hank at the end. I mean, hello, what's not to love? And since I'm opening this now, I've got plenty of time to come up with an appropriate pattern, because with all the other things going on in life, like you have to, with Christmas coming up and birthdays and, you know, obligating for other things, Albie and I have both agreed that winding up my advent calendar as I go and trying to do something would probably not be the best action at this moment. Yeah, I got a lot of other stuff going on, but this is blowing my mind. It is absolutely stunning. This is just gorgeous. That is, and I don't think I go, I mean, it's like a hot blue purple type thing, you know, and this, like, that is just stunning. I don't think that's a color I have a lot of. I don't think I do. But that right there is, wow. Okay. Yeah. Tell me what you think. What do you like that one, or am I just like crazy? I think that is gorgeous with the two-tone and everything. I want to see how that works up. Yeah. I could see, you know, full skeins of that. That's just bright. It's like the super blue sky and everything, you know, the blue and the black, you know, just coming into dark and everything. Yeah, that's what that reminds me of. I don't know what colorway that is, but it's really pretty. So hope you enjoyed the 21 projects made in November. Holy cow. It is not my norm to do that many in a month. I knit and crochet pretty much daily because that's what I like to do. But November is crunch time for the holidays, and it shows. So there's my stack. All right, everybody. With that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.